So hello guys, today I am going to give you some tips about how to play Xeniel and how to play some other tanks. But in this video, my main topic is how to play Xeniel. According to me, he is one of the best tank support in the game. It is one of the best pick in any World Cup matches. You can see the World Cup matches on YouTube or any custom matches. It is one of the best pick for tanks. So let's get started with this his specification and overview of Xeniel. So his first ability give him a decent amount of shield that absorb his 4% of his HP. Means it depends upon your build at late game how much the shield is more powerful, and it absorbs the 4% of Genial HP. And after 2.5 seconds of using this ability, by gaining this shield, you can destroy the shield. And if the if the shield is destroyed, and there is any enemy in his range, then it gives enemy a small amount of damage, and the enemy movement speed is decreased for 1 second. And if the shield is destroyed by enemy or any enemy heroes, then no damage or no not movement speed of enemy was reduced. So next go to his second abilities. His second ability just leaves to us just we have to select the target by triggering her, and we need to leap towards the target. And if we just leap towards the target, then the target just stuns for 1.2 seconds, and its starting damage is 280, and at late game its damage goes to 580. And other things just depend on your build, and I suggested a build. And in the mid of the video I also talk about build, how to use Xeniel and what build did we use for Xeniel. And third ability is the Xeniel main ability, for which Xeniel is too much for which Xeniel is too much famous because of his third ability, his ulti. This ability provides many things. First things, by using this ability, Xeniel can go to any ally hero in 2.2 seconds from its current position to the ally position to its teammate position. At that time, for 2.2 seconds, Xeniel got 40% damage reduction. If enemy is hitting that time, you can use his ulti to simply just get out of the face to any ally hero. But wait first to use the enemy other abilities like stun abilities and damage abilities, so Xeniel can't be interrupted between the time 2.2 seconds to going for the enemy. And ally hero, and if any ally hero is in the circle of the Xeniel, tell your teammates to be in the circle of the Xeniel, where he comes. The ally hero's maximum 15% HP has been restored, so it is like a heal for the allies. And movement speed of the enemy in that circle is decreased for 3 seconds. So it's Genial's abilities. So let's talk about its abilities, combos, tips, and some build compositions. So first talk about some of its tips. First tip: always have an eye on map, because if you whether you are tank, your responsibility is to just protect your marksmans, mages, and assassins. So always have an eye on map to see whether your team has been ganked or whether the team fights have been just started. So you can go the team fights and help your ally teammates to win the team fights. So always look on map. Second tip is try to use third ability where ally heroes are low. Matlab, means that you don't use your ult on any full HP, means full health ally. Use your ability if anyone in the team fight is just damaged, just damaged from enemy. Use the ability. First use your ulti on him, so his 15% of HP is regenerated, and he should be in team fights for a long time. So use your ulti on low HP allies. Next thing is Next tip is use the protective shield to save ally in tower or save them like Maganga stacks or in team fights flow hits. Not your ingenious first ability protective shield. In this build, I recommend a new build item, Essence of Wind, that gives a small shield amount. So use the shield amount use the shield amount for your allies to save them from many control abilities, like if Maganga stacks was on any marksman and mages and his health is too low and he is going to be die, use your essence of wind passive. It gives an also ability button that gives a decent amount of shield for your teammates, so use the shield to save them. Don't use the shield if your allies was on full health, and then if you use the shield then it is not so working. So use it when your ally is on teammates, so you can just mm, uh, get out of your try to get out your teammate. So the tip is use the protective shield to save your teammates. And the next tip is uh, don't leave your marksman and mages in team fights. Try to save them. Don't go for kills. Many players just see that the enemy is in low health and then go for kills. And just leave the marksman and mages and other lower HP heroes. So don't leave them, just don't go for kills. In this game you need to take towers and win. Your work is not to get kills only. So try to save only marksmen and mages. So if you go on any low HP target, then the enemy assassin or another marksman with tanks can easily kill your mages and marksmen, and then it leads to lose for you. So try to save marksman and mages every time, don't go for kills. And the next tip is try to communicate with your teammates. mm, Means if you play with friends then it's okay, it's not a problem. But if you play with any local guys or any other guys, try to communicate with them. Or if you are also playing with friends, try to just talk with them with voice chat or any other voice options like Discord. By this, if you talk with your teammates, by this your thinking to how to save them can be really good, and you can save them very efficiently. So try to just communicate with them. It is one of the goodest tips for any composition like Xeniel. If you are a marksman, mages, or anything you are doing, try to communicate with your teammates. It is one of the main tip for the gameplay of AoV, because it is 5 versus 5 MOBA. So don't try to go solo. Try to play with your teammates. And the next thing I'm going to say is always clear minion waves. As you guys know, Xeniel is a DS laner, means Dark Slayer laner, a hero. So if you come for team fights to save your marksman, mages, and other ally heroes, the minions and the other DS laners, Dark Slayer laners heroes can easily take the Dark Slayer lane tower. So always clear the minion wave so that they can't get that tower. Always clear the minion waves. Or you can also play as a simple tank with a marksman in a vessel lane. But if you are doing solo DS laner, always clear minion waves before going in team fights by your third ability, so your tower will be protected. And the next tip is also you can use jungling equipment as essence of wind. You can just not use essence of wind and use jungling equipment. As you can guys see in this video, I am using punish as a talent, but I can't take any jungling equipment because I didn't jungle from Xeniel. I just take it to steal any buffs or a vessel or dark slayer from the enemy. So it is not too much helpful for you. You can also use heal and other things. You guys can also use heal, punish, execute, or flicker as another talents at the place of punish. I usually use punish to steal the enemy buffs and steal their vessel and axlets. It should be helpful for me, but you guys, if you want, you can use heal to just heal your teammates after using your ult and when they are low, or just use flicker to just get out when you are low in team fights, and execute to just kill the low health enemy. And then we just go for another tip. And another tips is that you can also be tanky. Matlab means you can also be like a maze build. You can also try a maze build by Genial, but I suggest you to just use the tank build, because Genial is on support. Genial is in support, not a maze. So I just suggest you to use tank build. If you want to go some of as some maze builds, then you can use Book of Holy of Holies. It gives a 400 ability power, but as a last equipment I recommend you to go for with tank build, because Xeniel in late game is too much big tank, means it is just invulnerable to kill. It doesn't we anyone can't kill Xeniel in late game. So I suggest you to just use Xeniel in late. If you want to use Xeniel in a late game, then you can use the tankist build. Then we just go for another and last tip is that use your use to clear the minions, use your ability to clear the minions and the bots in the DS lane. The bots, his name I don't recognize his name, but use to clear minion waves and the bot to get level 4 as much faster as you can, because Genial is become a good tank, or any other hero become it goes to his all abilities. When he get his all abilities, it should be very useful. So try to get level 4, hit level 4 as much faster as you can. Then we go for ability combos. Genial is a tank and its third ability is to transport, so it have only two abilities to attack, so it doesn't have a too much it has only one ability, good ability combo. First is to just charge your first ability, and then use second ability to just leap towards the enemy, and then just open your first ability or block your first ability. It gives a low amount of damage to enemies, but it's lower than any movement speed that help your teammates to kill him. And there is only one ability combo, any other ability combo, but it is very useful, the combo that I tell to you. Then go for the last topic, and that is what build we have to make for Genial. There are many builds you can make for Genial. The core things is used to, I suggest you to use Fast Cape and Medallion of Troy in any build, but another things that you can make, first thing, uh, jungling equipment like jungling equipment like and many jungle equipment, but the tank is in jungling with leviathan, or you can make SS of wind. It gives 30% extra gold, 30% extra gold after getting a kill, or you can also and 7, it gives 5 gold every second, so you can use SS of wind as first ability if you can't take punish. But after before the patch I use leviathan as first ability, but in this video I use SS of wind, and it is very good. You can also change the build. Genial is a tanky hero, so you can change the build, but I use that build in that video. Then go for the core equipment, frost cape and frost cape. You can take frost cape, so after using some normal ability, the enemy movement speed will be slower, so you can just slow the enemy, so your teammates get some more enough time to kill the enemies. You can use the gilded grips or some sonic boots. You can use sonic boots when there is only one maze and who's not a big damage dealer. If any mages like Natalia and other big damage dealer mages, you can use the gilded grips, so to just counter those mages in early game. And you can take last things like amulet of longevity that give you 1200 max HP, and another things like holy of holies if you want to get some magic power, some 400 ability power. Always tell your teammates to be in circle. If you come, then if they will be in the circle, they get a 50% HP. That should be helpful for you. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here are the screenshot of that video of my fighting participations. Other thing you can see that. uh, don't forget to like, subscribe the channel, and if you want, if I make